Thank you for joining us. Bhagavad Gita chapter 4 deals with transcendental knowledge, which is essentially knowledge of the soul. MK Angajan explains this philosophical chapter in simple and easy to understand terms.
The fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is entitled Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. That is the yoga of renunciation of action in wisdom. The 42 verses in this chapter describes the result, the effect of practicing karma yoga that is described in the third chapter. Karma yoga purges our desires, negative emotions and attachment. When through karma yoga, when our mind is purified, our desires are reduced, we reach a state of mind called sannyasa. The spirit of sannyasa that the Bhagavad Gita expounds is not meant for a handful of sannyasis or swamis living in an ashram. Sannyasa is a dynamic state of mind. When the mind is free from its attachment and it is inspired by a higher value, higher ideal, it is actually a mental withdrawal, which means our mind is free from its uncontrollable obsession with the worldly pleasures and enjoyment. Every one of us can practice the spirit of sannyasa. And if you analyze the lives of any successful human being, you find those people who are successful and happy, they practice the spirit of detachment that the Bhagavad Gita expounds. Lord Krishna gives a reinterpretation of the age-old practice of fire worship, which is often called yajna. Yajna or the fire worship is not something that we practice when we are actually performing the havan or the fire worship. It is something that we need to implement or practice throughout the day. Now, what is this yajna? Every one of us in this world go through three transactions of life. That is, receipt of the stimuli from the external world, the reaction taking place within our own mind and intellect, and response back to the world. So in this three transactions that every one of us go through has to be converted into a worship, an oblation to God. So in yajna, the fire worship, there is ahuti, that is offering of the samagri in the fire. And the second aspect of yajna we need to remember is the kindling of the fire. So when we go through any experiences, every human transaction must be converted into a yajna or the fire worship. So the fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita enunciates this incredible concept, how we can maintain a continuous awareness of God through the process of yajna or the fire worship.
A couplet from the Holy Tirukkural goes as follows. Although an act of help done timely might be small in nature, it is truly larger than the world itself. And that's where we end the show for today. Have a blessed day ahead. Until next week, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.